Hello everyone and welcome to a Reveal book box unboxing. So this will be for February. Yeah, just barely arrived today. So let's go ahead and slice this tape and get on into this. Now I've done the largest box, which is about $60. You get 6 indie or self-published, usually indie, romance books, and these range on mild spice. Very rarely would you get something with no spice, but from mild to extra spicy, so do be aware of that. Yes, and these are all romance. Okay, let me move this keyboard out of the way and my phone. All right, and it has different sizes. You can do like 1 or 2 and then 3 or 4 as far as books, and then the largest one is 6 books. So, and it always comes wrapped in tissue paper, so you don't know until you break the tissue paper what you're getting. Okay, there we go. So, and this comes with the books and some goodies. So, let's get stuff out here so I can move this box. Now, sometimes I will say too that sometimes these books, and these are the books, sometimes they're later on in the series, so something to keep an eye out. And I did get a confirmation, or have seen on their website, one of the two, is that they do watch which books they send you, and you could have your best friend or someone that you know gets the same box, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the same books. And they do watch to see what books you have received, so you will not get duplicate books. Okay, let's go ahead and get on into the extra items. So let's go with the paper goods first. I have a promotional flyer for the book for Avery. This is a Landon Acres novel by Natalie Jess. And then there's a QVC code on the back to follow the author. It says it's a sweet and steamy romance that pulls at the heartstrings. So, and then there's a promotional bookmark with a QVC code on the back. Says Stay for Summer by Violet Stafford. So just a cute little promotional bookmark. And then I have a sticker. Smutty Romance Book Club. It's going to be hot, heavy, and hilarious. And then the website is emberleeromance.com. Admit 1. It's a movie stub ticket sticker. This is cute. All right, I will find a place to stick that. Additional items. We've got 2 little candies. These are, I don't know what they are. But 2 little candies that are pink and white for Valentine's Day. And a shot glass. See if there's something I can stick in here. I'll stick a tissue in here. You still can't really see that, but it has a heart on it, as you can see. It says Breaking Hearts and Melting Panties, author Kay Kennedy. So, just a little fun shot glass. So I will stick this up there. Okay. I have an emery board for my nails. Perfect. I'll use that. I have another tea light candle. Seems like they send a tea light candle in all of the boxes. This one is Berries and Twigs. And you can always smell it through the wrapping. That smells good. I like the smell of that one. Socks. So some, just some gray wool socks to keep your footsies nice and toasty. And then the final thing that came in here is this a lip tint or just a lipstick? Pucker Up Book Lover is the image right here. It's pink. And then it's, yeah, so you can kind of see it's pink. Oh, it's clear. So it's just a lip balm. So that is cool. I will use that. And those are all of the items. So I'm going to get my phone so I can see if these books are part of a series, and if they are, if they're the first book or sixth book or whatever it is, and I'll let you know. And then I'm going to go from my least favorite to my most favorite cover. Okay, this first book, no, it doesn't mean I don't like the cover. It just means out of the stack of books that I got, it's one of the least favorite out of the stack, but it's still a fine cover. And this one does say it's part of a series. It's Gravel Hill Boys, and it is book 1 in this series. And looks like it's the only book in this series so far, so brand new series. And this is Forever and Always, written by Karen Simms. C-I-M-M-S. So I'm guessing that's how that is pronounced. And these are all signed. Okay, so the synopsis says, he was my first love, my first heartbreak, and the last man I expected to see sitting in a booth at my aunt's diner. Beau Edward Taylor, looking hotter than ever and staring at me as if he'd seen a ghost. I tried to forget him, but hearing him on the radio and seeing him on the cover of every magazine in the checkout aisle made it damn near impossible. He'd swore he'd never return, yet here he is, stirring up old memories of days stealing kisses from behind the barn and nights chasing falling stars. And the most painful memory of all, our last night together in the bed of his pickup, when I thought we'd bound ourselves together forever. And that was then. Now it seems the boy who owned my past is the man who wants my future. Wherever I go, he's there. In the kitchen, hanging with my daddy. In the barn, singing with the goats and doing the milking. I even stumbled upon country music's sexiest man alive mucking out sheep stalls. It's getting hard to resist him. He touches me and I can barely breathe. He kisses me and sets my soul on fire. My foolish heart is all in, but I stopped believing in fairy tales 6 years ago. Unless I find myself a fairy godmother, I'm betting there won't be a happily ever after for this Cinderella goat farmer and a country music superstar. So country-esque. Don't know if it's full-on Western, but definitely country vibes. This next one I have is called For Avery, and this is by Natalie Jess. This is a Landon Akers novel. And then the signature right there. Okay, and this is book number 1 in that series, and so far there's only the one book out, but there is a second book. It looks like the ETA, or the estimated release date, is set for April of this year. So not sure if that's going to get pushed back or not, because it doesn't look like there's a cover yet. So this one says, Avery was never supposed to be his. Jackson Landon has spent years hiding his feelings for his best friend's younger sister. His reputation for not being able to commit has never stopped the locals from getting in line. But no matter what he tries, he can't seem to give his heart to anyone else. Avery Barnett has always known who her heart belongs to. It just happens to be the wrong person. Jackson Landon has never, not once, been able to love someone back, a fact that her brother reminds her of regularly. With a plan to win a date with Jackson at an auction, she's ready to show him she's not playing around. Once they get their hands on each other, the time for holding back is over, but the fallout could be more than they can handle. Both of these give Western cowboy type vibes. So, all right, this next one I do see is actually book number 2 in the series, so I have just now added to my cart to get the first one. I just like to read things in order. It's different if it's like part of a book club or like the Fear Street, R.L. Stine, Fear Street, or Goosebumps books. Those I don't care about, but yeah, so I am going to get the first book in this. But book number 2 is Kissing the Rival, and this is by Kaylee Ryan. This one gives bad boy vibes in a way, or tough guy with the arm tattoo and how he's posing. Let's see. The Kissing Games is the name of the series, and again, this one is book number 2. As far as the signature goes, there you go. Let's see, I saw something about this series. There are 5 books in this series. Authors include Molly McLean, Kaylee Ryan, C.A. Hams, Lacey Beck, and Evan Grace. All books can be read as standalone novels and can be read in any order. So that's good to know, but I still want the first one. So, all right, the synopsis says, Charlotte, I'm not just kissing the rival, I'm falling for him. Spencer Pennington has always been a shameless flirt, but when it came to being the best in our MBA program, all bets were off, and the competition was on. Fast forward a few years, and all it takes is a bar at a failed wedding and my silly kiss rating system to lock lips with the enemy. Cocky as ever, Spencer claims he's a 10 and kisses me to prove it. I kiss him back to scratch an old itch, not expecting to like it. Which is a huge problem because Mr. Tall, Dark, and Tattooed from grad school is my new boss. And I want to kiss him again and again, even if I only gave him a 4. And then Spencer is the male lead, and it says, Charlotte Krause could be the perfect girl if she didn't hate me so much. I'm unsure if it was just me or guys in general, but she had this stuck-up, all-work, no-play vibe about her in college. Imagine my surprise when I find her at the resort bar rating kisses like it's her job. This carefree woman is nothing like the focused girl who turned me down at freshman orientation and every time after that. When I promise her I'm a 10, I see that competitive spark light in her ocean blue eyes. There she is. She might have kissed me to prove me wrong, but I know I'm right about one thing. She feels the spark too. There's just one problem. It turns out her actual job is working for me. So they don't know their employee boss until later on. Okay, this next one is book 1 in a series, so that's good. And so far there's 4, yes, there are 4 primary works, but there is a novella. And I've already marked the novella. Do I have like an ebook of the novella? Yes, so I do own the Kindle version of the novella, so that is good. I will make sure to read the novella before I pick this one up. But this one I am talking about, the series is Rescue and Redemption. And book number 1 is Friendly Fire. This is written by Morgan James. And then the signature. I'm in love with my best friend, and she can never know. I knew I wanted Claire the moment we met. She wasn't ready for a relationship then, so I waited patiently, biding my time. For 2 years, we've been best friends. We do everything together, except the one thing I really want from her. Unfortunately, someone else has Claire in their sights too. The incident starts small, a misplaced memento here, a hang-up call there, but when a threat from her past reappears, I'll do everything in my power to protect her, because Claire is my best friend, the love of my life, my everything. So it sounds like she has maybe a stalker, and so he's going to do what he can to protect her. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, this next one is another part of a series, but this one is book 1 as well. And the series is Magnolia Creek, and there are 3 primary works so far. Looks like the 3rd book was just released, or will be released on the 13th of this month, so the 13th of February. This one is The Pieces Left Behind by Ryan Murray. Is that it? Yes, Ryan Murray. And this is a different special edition cover because the one that I'm seeing on Goodreads is different. It's like a man holding a pillow or something like that. So I do like the simplicity of this one. But yeah. Let's see. No love is greater than your first love the second time around. Camille Stevens' life was perfect. Perfect husband, perfect home, perfect career. She and her husband were the envy of all their friends. Camille's life was perfect until it wasn't. Okay, that's my problem with this book is just the color of the font. I've got to get it just right. And this is a problem I've noticed as I'm getting older. There are certain color combinations that are more difficult to read than others, and this is one. When her husband is lost to an invisible demon, she decides to return to Texas with plans for a fresh start and resign to a life alone. What she doesn't plan for is crossing paths with the first man she ever loved and lost. The first man to leave her in pieces. Vaughn McKellen. One of the two. The sweet boy who said he'd always love her, then left her, is now a sexy man, complete with cowboy hat and chiseled muscles. Now that she's in his sights, Vaughn will stop at nothing to have her again. When he confesses the truth about what really happened all those years ago, old flames are stoked and their fiery love is rekindled. With her future looking like the one she always imagined they would have, Camille can finally breathe again. Or can she? Can she let her mended yet fragile heart believe in love again? Can she risk getting so close to the fire? Will she get a second chance at first love, or will she lose him forever? I've having to like adjust and tilt to be able to read that. So it does sound good. I'm getting a lot of country, cowboy, western type vibes from this stack so far. And that's just the first 5 books. I still have one more. So let's see what kind of vibes this one gives off. Okay, it looks like this one is a standalone book. And this one's my favorite. There are people on this one, but they are animated. And I do like the cartoon type people on these rather than real life people. This one is How to Ruin a Wedding by Sophie Andrews. So, and there are 3 things to know about Tilly Mahoney. 1, she's a liar. 2, she thinks she's in love with her best friend. 3, she's got a plan to ruin his wedding. Tilly and her best friend have been through it all. For decades, he has been her support system, and she's been his right-hand gal. And now he's engaged to someone else? Not on her watch. Hey, want to help me break up a wedding is a dubious start to an unlikely friendship. But the bride's ex-boyfriend, Zach, is the perfect partner in crime for Tilly's misguided plan to spoil the nuptials. The berated and brooding man is clearly desperate to win back the love of his life, and she's all too willing to help if it'll break up the happy couple. But the more she tries to interfere with the wedding and the closer she gets to Zach, the more confusing Tilly's feelings become. I'm guessing she's falling for Zach. That's my thoughts. Let's see. About a decades-long friendship, about what she thought was love, and most terrifyingly, about the way Zach saves all of his smiles for her. So, that's it. Those are my 6 books from the Reveal book box. Let me know, have you read any of these books? Have you read books from any of these authors? Let me know what your thoughts are. Do any of these books intrigue you to want to check into them? Definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.